Hi friends, it's Mrs. Heather and this is Cycle 2, Week 3. Welcome back. Today we are kicking things off with science and asking the question, what are 3 types of consumers? 3 types of consumers are herbivore, carnivore, and omnivore. For the motions for herbivore, put one hand flat and the other hand like a plant budding up from the ground, because herbivores eat lots of plants. For carnivore, one hand is flat like prey and one hand is chomping like a predator. This is the ASL sign for meat, and we're going to use it for carnivore since carnivores eat lots of, you guessed it, meat. And for omnivore, omnivores eat all of it. They eat both. We're going to put one hand flat and the other hand circle. This is the American Sign Language sign for all because the omnivore eats all of it. So let's take our new motions and put them to the tune, which is super fun today. I like to eat, eat, eat apples and bananas. Are you ready? Awesome. I like to eat, eat, eat lots of plants. I am an herbivore, herbivore. I like to eat, eat, eat lots of meat. I am a carnivore, carnivore. I like to eat, eat, eat all of it. I am an omnivore, omnivore. Herbivore, carnivore, omnivore. Herbivore, carnivore, omnivore. Fantastic! Feel free to talk to your mom and dad about which type of consumer you are. Great job, friends. Let's move on to English. Tell me the pronoun order if you can guess what tune it is. Ready? First person singular, second person singular, third person singular, pronoun order. First person plural, second person plural, third person plural, pronoun order. Did you guess? It's happy birthday. You have probably already had a first birthday, a second birthday, and a third birthday. So happy belated birthday to you. And we are going to use this tune to help us remember the pronoun order. For the motions to this song, first, second, and third are the American Sign Language numbers 1, 2, and 3, and turned around. First, second, third. Great job. Person, you just take your 2 hands flat to your sides, person. And then the fun part, when it says singular, hop on 1 foot. When it says plural, hop on both feet to help us remember singular and plural. And then pronoun, you've seen that motion before, pronoun order. Order is taking your 2 flat hands with your thumbs out and going 1, 2, 3 as if we're putting something in order. Great job. So let's put the motions and the tune Happy Birthday together and sing it one more time. Are you ready? Fantastic. Tell me the pronoun order. First person singular, second person singular, third person singular, pronoun order. First person plural, second person plural, third person plural, pronoun order. Yay! Next up is history. Tell me about the Crusades. Richard the Lion-Hearted, son of Eleanor of Aquitaine, fought the Turks for Jerusalem. During the time of the Crusades, from 1095 to 1291. All right, that tune is from CC. The motions are from me, so let's learn them together. Richard the lion, like you're a lion. Hearted, like a heart. Richard the lion-hearted. Son, just cradling a baby, like it's a son. Of Eleanor of Aquitaine. Eleanor of Aquitaine is known as the grandmother of Europe. So we're going to do the ASL sign for grandma, which is take your 5 fingers on your chin and then go out with 2 motions like continuing generations. So grandma, Eleanor of Aquitaine. So she is the grandmother of Europe. Like I said, we're just going to sign Europe again, which is the E around your ear. Great job. So Richard the lion-hearted, son of Eleanor of Aquitaine. Fantastic. Fought the Turks. We're just going to pretend to fight. They didn't really fight with fists, but we're going to pretend to fight that way for fun. Fought the Turks. For Jerusalem, get your pinky up. We're going to make a J in ASL and just stomp our foot like we're fighting for something we really believe in. For Jerusalem. Great job. So Richard the lion-hearted, son of Eleanor of Aquitaine, fought the Turks for Jerusalem. During, we are taking this from the preposition song we learned last cycle on cycle 1. During the time of the Crusades. The Crusades were about moving Christianity forward. We're making a cross with our arms and then stepping forward. During the time of the Crusades. Fantastic. From, we're doing the motion again from the preposition song from cycle 1. From, and then 1095 to 1291, we're just putting our hands out to demonstrate 2 different places. So let's put that all together. Shake it out, shake it out. Tell me about the Crusades. Richard the lion-hearted, son of Eleanor of Aquitaine, fought the Turks for Jerusalem. During the time of the Crusades, from 1095 to 1291. Next up is Latin. Tell me the first conjugation endings imperfect tense. Imperfect tense. So, the first sound we're going to do is bomb. And to help us remember imperfect, we are going to ask, we're going to pretend to be your mom, walking into your messy room, and ask the question with a really freaked out face and pulling our hair. Did a bomb go off in this room? It's so imperfect. Did a bomb go off in this room? It's so imperfect. Does that help you remember bomb and imperfect tense? Fantastic. Then let's get started. Tell me the first conjugation endings imperfect tense. The first one is, as you guessed, bomb. And we are just going out and coming in like an explosion. Bomb. Boss. We're going to stand at attention to the best of our ability, like we're saying yes, sir, to a boss. Bomb, boss, bot. For bot, it sounds like the end of robot. So we're going to just be a robot for a second. So we have bomb, boss, bot. For bombus, it rhymes with Thomas, and that makes me think of Thomas in the Bible, the disciple who said he would not believe that Jesus had risen unless he saw and touched for himself where Jesus had been crucified on his hand. So bombus rhymes with Thomas, and we're going to just touch our hand to help us remember Thomas in the Bible asking to see where Jesus had been nailed to the cross. So we've got bomb, boss, bot, bombus. Great job. Next is botus. And for this one, I'm putting 2 different motions together. So bot, like robot again, bot. And we're also doing the sign we used last week for tis, and that rhymes with kiss, like we're blowing a kiss. So we're going to be a robot and then blow a robot kiss for botus, botus. Do you think that would be how a robot blowing a kiss might look? Botus. I think so. So let's go with that. So we've got bomb, bos, bot, bombus, botus, and bont. Bont. Now that rhymes with flaunt, which is something we shouldn't do very much, right? To flaunt. But if we were to be silly and to help us remember Latin, how would you flaunt? Would you flip your hair? Would you show your muscles? Would you do a pose? So whatever silly move you want to do to remember bont rhymes with flaunt, go ahead and do that at the very end. So let's put that all back together. Are you ready? All right, we have bomb, bos, bot, bombus, botus, bont. Good job, you are learning Latin. Can you believe that? Let's do it one more time. Bomb, bos, bot, bombus, botus, bont. Great job. Fantastic. So we have made it to geography, and we are learning Western European countries, starting with the country Ireland. So today's song to help us remember is actually an Irish folk song called the Rattling Bog, and it is so fun. You should look it up later. But if you have not heard that tune, it goes, oh, the rattling bog, the bog down in the valley, oh, rare bog, the rattling bog, the bog down in the valley, oh. And then it goes on to say lots more fun stuff. But we're just going to use that main part to help us remember Ireland, England, Portugal, Spain, and France. And all we're going to do for motions is just stomp your foot to the tune. And if you want to clap your hands, you can do that too, or you can count the countries on your finger. All right, are you ready? Tell me the Western European countries. Ireland, England, Portugal, Spain, and France. Ireland, England, Portugal, Spain, and France. Let's do it one more time. Tell me the Western European countries. Ireland, England, Portugal, Spain, and France. Ireland, England, Portugal, Spain, and France. Woohoo! Next up is probably one of your favorites. It's mathercise. If you've been around, you know for math, we do exercise 6. So let's see what we're doing today for the 5s and the 6s. Okay, a squat and hold for the 5s and balance on one leg for the 6s. Okay, are you ready? Stand on up if you're sitting down. And then let's go in a squat. For the 5s, we're just going to chant, counting by 5s. Tell me the 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75. Fantastic. Shake it out. And then choose which leg you want to balance on for your 6s. Are you ready? 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, 54, 60, 66, 72, 78, 84, 90. Great job, friends. Awesome job. So now let's add on to our timeline song for week 3. First up is Hinduism in India. For Hinduism, you're taking your middle finger and connecting it to your thumb on both hands and then going apart from each other like that. And that's the ASL sign for spirit, which is used to define Hinduism. So Hinduism in India, you may remember that. We're just pointing to the dot on the forehead for India. Hinduism in India. Fantastic. For Phoenicians and the alphabet, we are making a boat with our left hand. So put your palm face up. And then do you remember that number 3? We used it in English for the pronoun order. So make a 3 with your thumb and then put that on your other hand to make a little boat. The Phoenicians were known for the boat. And then we're just going to go up and down like our boat is actually going in the water. Phoenicians. Great job. For alphabet, we're just doing an A and a B in American Sign Language. An A is your thumb to the side of your fist, And then a B is your thumb in front of your 4 closed fingers. Phoenicians and the alphabet. Great. Next is the Olmecs of Mesoamerica. We're going to make 2 O's and go around our face with those to represent that the Olmecs of Mesoamerica were known for the big carved heads. Olmecs of Mesoamerica. Great job. Israelite Exodus and desert wandering. For Israelite Exodus, we're taking our hands together, going forward like they're going together, and then apart like they are separating. So Israelite Exodus. And for desert wandering, take your pointer finger and just sort of wander around and have your face actually look a little confused or like you're wondering, maybe you're a little lost. Desert wandering. So Israelite Exodus and desert wandering. Great job. Next, Israelite conquest and judges. For conquest, we're using the ASL sign for conqueror, which is to take your fist and put it over your arm, as in the conquerors are over the people that they're conquering. So Israelite conquest. And judges, we are doing the little A-OK sign here on both hands and then going up and down like a scale, like weighing the truth. So Israelite conquest and judges. Fantastic. Next is an easy and fun one. Greek Dark Ages. So just like it's dark, just put your hands right in front of you. Greek Dark Ages. Great job. And then the last one for this week is Israel's United Kingdom. For this, we're going to take our middle finger and our thumb and put them together on both sides, interlocking together like a little chain, like they're coming together. Israel's United Kingdom. Let's put the whole timeline song together for this week. Are you ready? Fantastic. Hinduism in India, Phoenicians and the alphabet, Olmecs of Mesoamerica, Israelite Exodus and desert wandering, Israelite conquest and judges, Greek Dark Ages, Israel's United Kingdom. Yes, good job. And that is a wrap for Cycle 2, Week 3. Great job. Thank you for choosing to hang out with me today. Keep practicing at home. And if you want to stay in the loop for when I post more videos, feel free to subscribe, feel free to like, and feel free to share this channel and videos with any other community members in CC who may benefit. Thank you again, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.